All right, hello everyone. I'm so excited. We have another awesome young author for our paper of the month, Dr. Sungyang Jo from Korea. It's a late time for her and early time for me, so I'm excited we were able to make it. The paper already has a really cool MDS podcast with the senior author, so we're not going to dive too much into the paper, but I would love to hear from Dr. Joe about the paper too. What would you feel like the take-home messages from that paper? Very briefly.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here and to have the opportunity to discuss our recent work. So our paper suggested that blood mitochondrial DNA copy number is could be a biomarker for Parkinson's disease. The mitochondrial DNA copy number was lower in Parkinson's disease, and it showed negative correlation with the severity of motor symptoms. Importantly, in early-stage PD patients, lower mitochondrial DNA copy number predicted a high risk of future dementia development. That was the most interesting part of our paper because many biomarkers try to predict the dementia development in Parkinson's disease, but few biomarkers are available till now.
Mhm. How did you get interested in the to topic? Because I know you're very well published and you have published in various different topics. How did you focus on this one?
Yeah. As I started the fellowship at Assam Medical Center, I my senior professor was very interested in the research of genetics in Parkinson's disease. So we did many genetic studies, including the whole genome sequencing, and we found that some mitochondrial genes were related to Parkinson's disease. However, there's still the missing heritability in the genetics of Parkinson's disease. So we try to expand our scope beyond the nuclear DNA to include mitochondrial DNA.
That's so cool. So I also want to ask you, since you're a young member who's very well accomplished in early stage of their career, how do you do it? How do you balance the clinic, research, and getting so many publications out in such good journals? Do you have any tips you could share with other young members?
For clinicians, it is very important to see PD patients. But when I see this patient progress over time, I wanted to find a way to develop a new treatment. It's not always easy to prioritize the task and plan my schedule. Sometimes when I'm into the clinic, I barely have time to do research, but I try to prioritize the task and plan my research schedule carefully. And I also collaborate with great colleagues, which helps a lot. Although it can be busy, but doing both research and clinical work is very rewarding and keeps me motivated.
Do you have any tips you could share for writing papers and getting things published?
We had a class for publishing papers, several classes,
Hmm.
and I've learned that the first we have to write the research first, and then go over to the discussion section and move to method and introduction. And it helps a lot because sometimes it takes a long time to start the introduction.
Mhm.
So the writing order could be very beneficial. Also, I had a professor. I heard that to write 5 sentences per day could lead to completing the paper very quickly.
Well, thank you for sharing your secrets. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. I'm sure it's gonna help other people who may be, getting started in research or struggling to write papers. So really appreciate it, and it was a pleasure getting to see you and meet you via platform still. And looking forward to seeing you at MDS, hopefully.